Still too far away, still too far away, still too far. Now we're gonna start this dance off with a nice dreamy walk. Still too far away, still too far away, Zillions, still too far. It's still too far to hold up. 10 toes down, chose my own words wisely. I poet like a bar. Send you spit like your cars.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Two for the World Show. The platform where we create us is Actual Factuals. I'm your host, William Zillions. What's going on, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Just tapping in again for another episode to talk about something that I personally really come to thoroughly enjoy as the page is just going through. It's the mashup comic of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Very fire. At the time of the shooting of this episode, the fifth and final issue is not out. So I really look forward to seeing how they're going to close it because, there's so much that has to be answered before they can say that this is done. So episode 4, literally 2 pages in, you got the Ninja Turtles morphing into Power Rangers. So you have in a previous episode, I was talking about the 5-panel split. The 5-panel split between the Rangers when they hit it's morphin' time. The same thing is done here. Leonardo, Blue Ranger, Raphael, Red Ranger, Donatello, Black Ranger, Michelangelo, Yellow Ranger, Pink Ranger, April O'Neil. That's fire to me. So boom, 2 pages in, they already morphed in. They get teleported back to New York City, and they start fighting Wildfire, which is this fucking kitty, space kitty from space, from one of Rita Repulsa's monsters, and he's letting off all the flames in their directions. He's like, I'm gonna send you to death, and they're like, I guess it's just another day on the job. Full morph Ninja Turtle battle mode. I don't know. It was 6 or 7 pages of panels of just endless firepower. Meanwhile, it cuts to the sewers, which is this is probably one of my more favorite parts of this issue. The Power Rangers are sort of just in a low spot. You know what I'm saying? They're like, so what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna sit here and wait? We're gonna wait this out? Fucking powerless right now. What are we gonna do? Splinter comes up and reminds them that strength can be lost. You know what I'm saying? Speed can be lost. All of these things can be taken away from you. And they don't define who you are. You know what I'm saying? And he explains to them that they are Rangers not just because they have their morphers. They got their morphers that because of the fact that inside they are Rangers. And after this realization, they're like, oh, hell yeah, we got some juice. And I forgot that we was the team. You know what I'm saying? So they put on these really cool, what almost looks like the Ninjetti costumes from Mighty Morphin. When they, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie, when they lost the power to morph. And then they went to that another planet. They got the ninjutsu power. Mostly black for all of it. Except there are little hints of color suggesting who each Power Ranger is. And they're like, all right, well, they band up, they're suited and booted, and they go hop into the turtle van and go driving to go track down the Technodrome to go save Tommy. With no power. So this is just them realizing that their power is beyond what the coin was giving them. The Ranger Turtles are like, yo, we gotta put this shit to an end. So in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, from my memory, I can remember that they used to do this little thing where they took all of their weapons and formed them into this giant hyper beam mega blaster thing. The Ninja Turtles do that too. They're power nunchucks, power side, power katana, power bow. I'm missing one, but I'm they put together this Power Ranger gun and blast right through Wildfire. Wildfire is obliterated. You feel me? Boom. Cut back to the Technodrome. You see that Baxter Stallman is about to extract some DNA from Tommy Oliver before he kills him. He's like, I want to see. I got to get some samples because I need to do some experimentation on your blood Tommy to see what are the effects in and outside of the morphing grid. So apparently, like to me, this suggests to me that they have access to the morphing grid, not just in a morphing standpoint, but they're trying to take this and like use this as a power source or something else. This is what this is reading to me. Meanwhile, also in the same room is Tyler, Tommy Oliver's friend, who he was looking to save in the first place. They're having a back and forth in this moment. Tyler's like, I'll never turn my back on my clan. Tommy's like, look, bro, honestly, you're just brainwashed. I know what it's like to be brainwashed. I was the original Green Ranger. Bad. So I know what it's like to be brainwashed. That's all this is. You're just brainwashed. And his boy Tyler's like, never. You got whatever you say. I'll never turn my back on my clan. Boom, the Power Rangers bust in like, yo, what the? Tommy, we're here for you. We're here for you. We're the swag. Baxter Stallman's like, you know what? This is the perfect time for me to test my newest invention. He pushes a button and introduces the Putty Elite Soldier. So it's like a blend of like a foot soldier and like the Putty Soldier from Rita Repulsa blended together. Red eyes and shit. Like they look like they have some foot soldier clothing on, but then like it gets swallowed up by like putty material. The Rangers are like going hand to hand. They doing their thing. Power Ranger, Power Coin or not, they just fighting, going off. Casey Jones is with them. Casey Jones comes back for this battle, so they're fighting. Boom. Cut back to Times Square and cutting to a conversation of Rita Repulsa and Shredder talking to each other. Because basically at this point, the Putty Soldiers were defeated by the Rangers. They saved Tommy. They got out of there. Tyler thinks that he has control of the Putty Soldiers. The Putty Soldiers end up attacking him. So then Tyler's like, damn, like Tommy was right. Like it really ain't no loyalty here. I thought I had juice and all that, and really, I'm just another pawn that could just get wiped off the board. So in this realization for Tyler, he's like, yo, Tommy really did have my best interest in heart. I need to go listen to him. So boom, the Rangers get away and alive. The Green Ranger gets away with his best friend Tyler. So everybody escapes safely. And then the Ninja Turtles have a massive victory in the Times Square. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, Rita Repulsa and Shredder are pointing fingers at each other. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, you let the Rangers, you let Tommy get away? He's like, you know what? Yeah, I mean that might have happened, but that would have even been a big deal had your monster killed the turtles like you said it would. So they just at each other's necks and shit. And they're like, you know what? Maybe we should put our fights to the side. One more time. They send two monsters down to the ground. Rocksteady and Bebop from the Ninja Turtles down to the ground to battle. Rita pulls a traditional Rita Repulsa and she's like, make my monsters grow! So now we got a giant Rocksteady and Bebop, in the middle of Central Park, and then the turtles are like, whoa, they're giants. Automatically, brain blast, Jimmy Neutron level idea that they got Zords. So then they end up inside of the traditional Dino Megazord to battle off against these like giant Rocksteady and Bebop. End of issue. Like, no, that's fire, man. That's fire. That's setting up so much to have to answer for in the last final issue. My favorite part of this, honestly, was the Power Rangers realizing that their strength really did come from inside, and that they were who they were beyond just the aesthetic qualities of being a Power Ranger. You know what I'm saying? And they got together and fucking saved their friend. And then the Power Rangers in this issue being the Ninja Turtles. That's crazy. And now they in the Megazord. Issue 5, man. Just come on. I'm ready for it. Just push play. Push distribute. But yeah, guys, that's my little breakdown for episode 4. I appreciate you guys tapping in. Yeah, man, it's been another episode of the Two for the World show. The platform where we create us is Actual Factuals. I'm your host, William Zillions. And yeah, man, shit, stay true. Still 2 for.
Still 2 for the win. Still 2 for the win. Still 2 for. Are we gonna start this dance off with a nice dreamy walk? Still 2 for the win. Still 2 for the win. Zillions. Still 2 for the. It's still 2 for the whole world. 10 toes down, chose my own words wisely. I poet like a bar.